This conference will now be recorded.
Right. First thing that we are going to see today would be to go ahead and learn how to use an update imperatively. Right. For that, what I will do is that I will go ahead and I'll take one of the previous class. Right. One of the previous class example. We will not write the retrieve of a data from scratch. So first let me check Control Shift P. Right. I will say open the default org. Let me see where and how it is connected. Right. I go ahead. I'm trying to see where my system is connected as of now. Right. To which org. So there we go. If I see LT124, then that should be good enough. Perfect. I click on manage user. I click on user and I see LT124. That's correct. So I don't need any type of authorization. Everything seems to be good. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to look for some previous classes where we created, for example, LDS form custom. Let me go to this class. Let me see how did we created the things here. Perfect. Right. Here we go. Right. And let me, right. Okay. So we introduced the facts field. We introduced the first name field. Okay. Now let's take this. Right. I'm just thinking, shall we take this? Okay. This is just to save the time, right? Lightning record form. Lightning record form. Okay. Okay, let's do one thing. Let us go ahead and write a new one. Why to disturb this? Okay, let me close everything, right? I'll keep this yesterday's class. We will take this yesterday's example and we will go ahead and we will create, right, an update one, right? This is 3004, yesterday's class we have seen, right? So imperation update with wire. Okay, we have already created that class. No, sorry then. Then that's really good. Let's continue this. Yesterday, if you remember that, we have created a right. We have created a LWC component where you can enter a data and you can search the data. And by the way, this was working fine. We have also seen that how to search in all field using SOSL. Now, right, I just remembered it. Actually, I was thinking that I didn't created it and I have to create it from scratch, but looks like we did that half piece. Now here, what I'm going to do, keep watching, right? Whenever I run this component, let us go ahead and run it once. Let us see, Rupam, right? RUPM Rupam @lt124.com, password CRM1234 hash, right? I log in. I go to my developer console to see the preview. There we go. I click on setup. I click on developer console. I believe that in the dummy app, right? Imperation update with parameter. Perfect. I click on preview. This is the component that we have developed yesterday. When I say A or Gandhi, GNDHI Gandhi, now I remember, right? Right? System is going to find everything, right? What we did. This is what we did. A, right? G, A. Did we do it here? No. What is the class that we have taken? I might be mixing two things here. That's okay, right? I go here, and here I have written a SOQ. Perfect, not a problem, right? Now, you can also write SOSO. You can also write SOSO. For example, currently, where you're finding the name, you're finding the name in the first name. S. See, where first name is like this, Rupam, right? Can I find everywhere, anywhere? Name A, right? City A, first name A, last name A, anywhere, right? In that case, let us give a try before we go to the update. Why can't we write SOSO? Salesforce Object Search Language. Here we go. Salesforce Object Search Language. I did in the class, if you remember, in the lead, we went ahead and we put Gandhi and we were searching, right? Sonia Gandhi, Ravi Kumar, in the phone number, in the city, there was a Gandhi. So the word, a text can be anywhere in any field. I want to search in the complete table. I don't want to search in the first name only, right? I want to search in last name. Then you have to say or last name, like like SK, search key, or billing city, 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 like SK, or billing country. Now, how many ors will you write like this? If there are 100 fields, do you think that you will write 100 ors? Not possible. There we will use this. List of contacts. List of contact. Contact list is equals to list of contact. Find the search word. Find the search word, right? So I'm commenting this. Here's the search key. Find this, whatever the data you have received, you'll put it here. Find search key. Returning contact. Returning contact. Contact what? First name, comma, last name, comma, email, comma, phone, over. And then go ahead and return RETUR and return CL. You can do like this also, guys. Earlier, this is an SOQL, whereas this is an SOSL, Salesforce Object Search Language. The work of this language is to search in the complete table with this search key and return the contact field with first name, last name, email, phone. That's it. Control S. It will do everything. For example, let me go ahead. I'm searching in, let me see which table. We are searching in contact table. Perfect. Let me go ahead. Click on App Manager. Click on View All. Right. Go to Sales. I can go to any module. Preferably, I go to Sales because in Sales module, everything is there. I click on Contact. I create a contact. Keep watching. Right. Anything. RAVI, Ravi, last name, Roy. Phone number, 11111. Email address, ravi@roy.com. 7. I'm creating one more. Right. I'm creating one more. Right. Next. Right. RAJEN, dear Rajender. Last name, Prasad, PRASAD, Prasad. Here, I'm giving the Roy here. In the phone number, Roy, ROY. Email address, rajender@prasad.com. I click on save and new. I create one more, right? Sai Charan. Name, SAI Sai. Last name, CHARAN Charan. Phone number, 455555. Email address, sai@charan.com. But here, right, I give in the department, ROY, Roy. Department Roy. Save and new. I create Shweta K. SWHEHSWETH. Shweta. Last name K. Phone number 66666. Email shweta@k.com. Right. And in the city, I give Roy. Last and final. See, again, I take, right, Upender S. UPENDR. Upender. Last name is S. Phone number 333. Right. Email upender@s.com. In the country, I give Roy. See, the word Roy is been scattered into multiple places in the contact. In Upender Roy is there, Shweta Roy is there, Charan Roy is there, Rajendra Prasad Roy is there, Ravi Roy is there. Now I want to go ahead and search this. By the way, we didn't deploy this. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. Deploy this to the source org. Deploy this to the source org. There we go. Now I go ahead and refresh my component. Currently, I'm not searching in only name field. I'm searching everywhere. Name, phone, city, country, right? Title, description, everywhere. I type R, right? ROY. See, the word Roy is there in Ravi. The word Roy is there in Sai. The word Roy is there in Rajender, Upender, Shweta. Somewhere in Ravi Roy, it's in the name, right? Rajender, in the phone number, Roy is there. See, SOSL. I can use SOSL also in my page. SOQL, SOSL. Everyone clear what I'm doing? SOSL. This is SOSL. Whereas this one, I did it by SOQL. SOQL is used to search in one field, but if you use SOSL, you can search in multiple fields. Anybody has any questions before I start doing it? I start the update one. Is that okay? Everyone understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now let's do the edit work, or I can say update, right? Finally, let me go to the lightning. Here, the first thing I'm going to set is that, right? Comma, EDITI editable, EDIT, EDITABLE editable equals to true. First name, last name. I'm making editable true. Editable true. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. Whenever I say editable true, now you go ahead and see the output. There we go. I say ROY. Here, you can change the name. From Sai, you can make Sai Murli. From Charan, Sai Murli Charan, You can see edit button is coming up. REDDY. Sai Murli Charan Reddy. And there's a save button. Whenever you click on the save button, whatever the data that you have pulled has to be saved. See, that is what the task that I'm going to take up today. From where this button came. This button automatically comes because you have used, if you go back to your template, you have used Lightning Data Table. Lightning Data Table, key field, right? Key field, Lightning Data Table, key field is this, right? Key field. Next, data equals to this. Column equals to this. See, column equals to this. Now I will keep writing. Don't worry. Even if I split it, no issues. It might come in yellow, warning, but this is not a danger command. So don't worry about it. Now, on save, whenever somebody on SAV, on save, see, whenever somebody clicks on save, I want to call a function. HAND handle save. Call a function called handle save. Now, whenever you're changing the value, keep watching. Earlier it was Sai, now it became Sai Murli. Sai Murli. You have to change, you have to save this value somewhere, the draft values, the new values. I have not yet committed it. Right. I click on cancel. It goes to Sai. I come here, I change it to Sai Murli. Now there are two values. One is Sai, one is Sai Murli. Where the Sai Murli will be saved. Further now, where will you hold this? That is the reason we need one more data called as draft values. Draft values is equals to what? Is equals to variable. And the name of the variable is draft values. DRAFT draft, VALUES draft values. I'm just giving some names. See, these are the changes that I made here. Total 5 key value, data, column, on save, draft values. Control S on the keyboard. Now you declared a variable called draft value that you have to declare here also. Search text, right? You have to set draft values. Draft values equals to array null. I'm setting it to array. That means the value will be not more than 1 as of now. You have a wire will give. There's a function you have written. What is that function? Handle save. So you have to declare a function also here, right? Event control C. There we go. Now in this function, we have to go ahead. First, import. I have to import the imperation. IMPO have to import. Import what? Import update record. UPDAT update record. This one. Import. I've imported update record. I've imported update record as of now. Perfect. Now let's use it. Right here. Step 1. STP step 1. What is a step 1? Step 1 is nothing but, right? Create the fields. CREAT. Create. Step 1. Create field and then create record. Right? Create fields. Create FIE. I can do it in one step, but right, I'm doing in 2 steps so that you can understand. Create field. You have to create fields. How to create a field? CONST, constant, right? Constant. Fields, 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 is equals to, I will say, is equals to, right? Multiple data, empty multiple data. Then I say fields. I use this. Fields. In a curly bracket, I will say which field. You have imported ID field. Whenever you are updating, right, we need certain fields. Whichever field you need, you have to import them also. For example, I need first field, IMPORT import. ID field, I will say. I'm just giving some name. ID, FIELD field. ID field. From where? From, if you remember, when I've showed in the last class in custom, you say at the rate Salesforce, not account, contact, 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 account is over. It's contact, CONTST, contact.id. You import the ID field. Next, you are changing the data. IMPO at import. What is that field name? Right? Import first name field. FIRST first name underscore field. You can give anything, guys. This is just a label. FIELD field. FIELD field. Right? Field. From. From where? From at the rate SALES. Scroll down. Salesforce contact dot first name. Case is over. Contact first name. I imported. Next, import LAST last NAME last name underscore field. FIELD field. From where? From at the rate Salesforce last name. No. Schema apex is over. Case. After the case contact. Last name. Here we go. Contact last name. Salesforce schema contact dot last name. All the three fields. These two I'm changing. I require, whenever you run an update command, you require an ID. In data loader also you have seen, you need an ID for update. That is the reason I have introduced an ID field. Which are the fields you're updating? I can update first name, last name. So that's the reason. ID, first name, last name. Now with these fields, I will create here. Fields. Oops, sorry. Fields. What is that? First is the ID field. Copy the ID field. ID field. I come here. I paste here. ID field. Right? Dot field API name. Dot field 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 API NAME. ID dot field API name is equals to event dot detail dot draft values. You have a variable created. Here we go. In the draft values. In the draft value. Dot ID. Dot ID. In draft value on the 0 location. There could be more than one data you might have updated. I'm just taking as of now 0. In the 0 location, whatever the data is there, pick up that. 0 is the index in the 0th location. That means, what is that? I can change one more. Upender, Murali. In the place of S, I will say S Charan. Now tell me total how many data I have changed. 2. As of now, I'm taking only the first one. This will be in the 0 position. This will be in the 1 position. You have to write in a loop. Currently, I'm not writing loop. I'm not making your life very strong or stringent. So system will not save this. Only it will save the Sai Murli only. Even though Shweta Kumari, How many changes I made? 3. System will pick up only one change. First one, sign only. Because you are taking in your program 0. I can write this in a loop and I can pick up multiple. As of now, I'm just taking one, right? I will copy the same thing 3 times. Control C, Control V, Control V. Field are not ID field. Now I will say first name field. Here we go. What is that? Even dot here, not last. Here it's first name. FIR as the first name. Next, ID last name field. Whatever the last name is there. First name, last name. Dot field API name is equals to event dot detail dot draft values 0 dot last name. LAST last name. All the 3 fields we have taken. Now it is a time for you to step 2. Step 2. What is step 2? Step 2 is nothing but create, right? Create record, create record. Now I will go ahead and I'll declare one more variable. Constant, constant, constant what? RECORD, record, INPUT, input. Some variable I'm declaring is equals to nothing but the fields. Whatever you declared, nothing but the fields. Now it is a time for us to call the imperation. Step 3, call imperation. Call the imperative method. How to call the method? I told you yesterday. Yeah, create record, same thing. Update record, same thing. Delete record, record ID. We did the same thing. Yesterday we did create and we did delete. Right? Now I'm going to show this. Update record. Update record. We did imperation create, we did imperation delete. Now I'm doing imperation update. Yeah. What is the command? UPDAT update record. Update record. Record what? What is the command? This is the command. Update record. Dot then dot catch. See, this is the command. Update record dot then dot catch. Where is the record? Here is the record in Control C, Control V. See. Update record input dot then dot catch. Dot then dot catch. Control S on the keyboard. Do you think anything we are missing? As of now, I don't see anything missing. We might need to use track, but let us see. Without a track, we can do that or not. Right? There we go. Right? Control S. Now let me go ahead and introduce or update this. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. I'm deploying this. Yesterday's program, I'm improving further. I have now written the save. Right? Let me check it out. Parameter save is done. It has been deployed. Right? Retrieve is being done through a wire, whereas while we are retrieving the data through a wire at line number 21. But while saving, we are using imperation, update record. It's an imperative method. Imperative method. Right? Let's go ahead. Now, refresh it and check it out whether it works or not. Refresh. 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 right? Refresh. And here I give, right? Roy, Roy, Ravi, Ravi, Shastri, Ravi Shastri. I'm making a change. I hit the save button. Throw. There is an error. What was the error? Right? Sorry for the interruption. There's an error, right? System didn't save the data. Let me go ahead and see contact. I only, right, right, what I was changing. Ravi. Here in the contact, where is Ravi? Ravi is here. Nothing has changed. Looks like that there is a problem. Right. Did we made any mistake anywhere? ID field, we brought it. Do you see anywhere any mistake? ID field, we got update record. Perfect. Right. There we go. I don't see any mistake. This, I believe this could be ID, I capital, Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Any other place I made a mistake? I'm just seeing. Nothing. Let me go ahead. Where is the mistake? Refresh. I say Roy. I go ahead and change Ravi S. I click on save. Now here is the problem. In the JavaScript, you don't know where to debug. You don't know. It doesn't give you the error. It says lightning, Java, throw, exception error at this, aura prod, JS 21. This is one of the problem. You can't debug, right? You have to use only debug dot, right? Console dot debug or console dot log you have to use, right? Now, everybody, let's check from the starting whether we bought this home, right? Perfect. We got update record from Lightning API. We got the ID field. Perfect. From Salesforce schema contact.id. We got the last name. We got the first name. Perfect. We made it editable. This piece is working. Whenever you click, right, let us go ahead and check here in the HTML template. Key field ID. Okay. ID. ID. Control S. Let's see what happens. Rupam.data. Column is column. Handle save. Draft values. Perfect. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. I'm trying with multiple things. One by one. One by one. R O Y. I change it to Ravi S. I click on save. Now there is no error. Let's go ahead and refresh the contact. See, I got Ravi S. Ravi S. Roy. The data got updated. Ravi S. Roy. You made the change here. See, somewhere small spelling mistake, caps off will do, guys. That's it. Mostly in the ID field. I capital. I capital. Somewhere we'll do a small mistake while writing. That's common. Now see, this program is working. Now Rupam, right? See, update record is working. You go ahead, you make any changes in the data. Done. Now, right? Ravi, right? Sai, right? Sai, 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 save. I'll show you some, new things. I enter, I refresh. At contact, I'm refreshing. I don't see Sai getting changed, you see, because the change is still on the first. Ravi, S. Save, refresh the contact. See, system is focused only on the first record. Why? Because you have given zero here, zero position. Rupam, can I change the last name also? Yes, sir. In the place of Roy, say R, triple R. Save. See, system will make the changes. Go ahead. See, Roy, triple R. Remember that system will make only one change at a time. You have to put this in a loop and then you have to pass, right? For item you have to do, right? Now keep watching. After the data is, after the data, after the data got updated, I want system should be ready for the next data. Here, system is ready only for one data. No, I changed RR. Now I want to change Psi. Second time, second data. After I hit the save, this data has to be saved and it has to be refreshed. What will I do? More programming has to be done. Then, in the then, how do you write the data? In the then, what we write, right? How do you write it? Here it is. Then, response, right? We say res, there's a variable we create, respon as a response, equal to arrow this. Here, error, error, equals to arrow this. This is the complete program. Here, I will write further program now. What is that? I want to, after writing this, I want a message to be shown, and this time a toast message. A toast message has to be shown. A toast message has to be shown. Record updated successfully. I want a toast message. Remember that when you do a toast message will not come on application. You have to call this inside the, you have to call this component inside Salesforce. Otherwise, the toast message will not work, right? I want a toast message. To get a toast message, right, you have to go to Google, right? The way yesterday we did navigation mixin, you have to say LWCTOST toast message. Go to this one. Display toast notification. Display toast notification. Go to the documentation. Where are we? We are in LWC only. Toast notification. This is, and it will come only inside Salesforce, guys. Remember that. See, message is there inside the Salesforce. Currently, my application is outside the Salesforce. So I scroll down. First thing, import toast. First thing, import toast. Control C. Come here. Import toast. You have imported the toast. You have imported the toast. Now come back to the programming, right? And 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 any toast, okay, you have to do certain things also. You have to, I'm just thinking, not required. Let us go ahead. Right, variant notification. I'm just looking at this, right? This dot dispatch EVT. Okay. Let me take this. I'm copying this, guys. Okay. Toast event. I'm just trying to see whether the brackets are properly done or not. Control C. Here is the all the properties available for toast. I copy it, right? I come here. This is, I paste it here. Constant event, let me see, is equals to new toast event. Perfect. So is it the toast event is used? Yes, toast event is turned to milky white. Title equals to, I will not say this dot title. I will say title equals to RECORD record UPDAT updated SUCCESS FULLY record updated successfully. Perfect. Message, right? Your record, your changes where SUCCESSF successfully updated. Variant, I'll take it from the program. Variant equals to info means gray box, success means green box, warning means yellow box, error means red box. I will take success. I will take this dot variant. No, I didn't declare any variant. I'll declare it here. Success. In the program itself, I'm declaring. And if I give a space, there's a space. It's okay. Control S. Suppose there is an error. What will you do? We'll see later. As of now, I'm just going by this. See, Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source arc. Let me see whether I get any error or not. Perfect. By the way, your toast messages might not be getting displayed here. It will give an error and doesn't mean that your program is not working. I told you, toast messages always work inside Salesforce. They never, right? Usually they don't work outside. ROY, ROY, right? I made a change here. I make a change here, right? RRR, and I click on save. Nothing has come. Doesn't mean that the tab is not working. My toast message is not working. See, somewhere I made it. Rajendra RRR Prasad. My toast message will not come in app. It comes only when it's inside. By the way, I have to reset this. This program is not complete. After the toast message is displayed, what do you want to do? I want to set this draft value to null. Draft value. Because in the draft value, the first record is already selected. So here we go. This dot draft value, I am setting it to blank again. Now I have to refresh. Refresh. The table has to be refreshed. For that, you need to import one more. Let me see. IMPORT import refresh apex. Refresh apex. RESH. Oh, it's not there, no. Refresh SH apex. Not coming, guys. Bad. I go to the documentation. We'll keep the documentation here. Do you see refresh here? Use location, refresh, 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 refresh. Not there. Okay, I'm going to Google again. REF, REF, RESS, refresh Apex in LWC. Go ahead. The only Salesforce documentation. You don't need any third-party help. Salesforce official documentation. You have to import this. Where is that? Here. Import refresh Apex. Import refresh Apex, which I was trying to import. It's not coming. See? Now I'm placing it here. Import refresh Apex. Control S. That refresh Apex I'll use here. After the draft value is done, I will say return. Return what? Return refresh Apex. Whatever the method that I've used on the top, refresh Apex. Refresh what? Apex. Where is that apex? Nothing but, right? Nothing but this data. What is that data? Rupam. Refresh Rupam. Rupam. Refresh. Refresh what? Refresh. This dot. Rupam. Refresh the Rupam. New data will be refreshed. See? Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. I'm deploying it. It will not work here. So what I will do is that rather than wasting time, I can put them as a tab, right? For that, I have to set the meta. In meta, I have to say true. Then I have to say, right, targets. Inside the targets, I have target. Target what? For app page. I'll include multiple targets. Target. Target what? App page, record page. Target. Target. Target what? Record page, home page. There is anything called tab page? No, there is no tab page. So I'll take home page. That's enough. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. See, I've set the XML meta also. Now I'll come here. Where I'll put, already I see that this account search is there. Already account search is there. Account search, right? A search here. Thank you. And right, nothing is found. So A search. Thank you. Why it's not working? Oh, it's working. This is done with Lightning. Now below this, I will put my component there. I can put in the flexi page or I can create a new tab called as contact search. So to do that, setup, setup, right, right. I go ahead and I click on develop, right, sorry, custom code. Here you will see, right, rather than custom code, we can directly go ahead and press as a tab. We have a solution in there. Let us see. If yes, then we can directly put it. We created any solution? Yeah, hotel manager. Perfect. Then we can directly create a tab, right? I can go to user interface. Rather than going to Lightning App Builder, I will go to the tab, right? I will click on what tab? I will click on Lightning Component tab. Here we go. New, right? Which component? Let it come. Our component should be visible here. What was that? We have set for what? App. We have set it only for, right? This component was set for what? Record page, home page, app page. Okay. Tab. I go ahead and click on new, right? Let me see whether it's coming here or not. Account search. No, it's still not coming up here. Target, app page, record page, target. Why it's not coming? Maybe you have to refresh. Global action, inbox, record page, record action, tab page. Here we go. We didn't took tab. That's the reason I was looking for this. Where is the lightning tab? Deploy to the source org. Now it will come. We need lightning tab. Tab has to be deployed. That's the reason it will come from a tab page. Now I go to the tabs, right? Component tab, page tab. I click on new. Let us see, my is visible. Here it is. See, now it says come up. You have to put it for tab. Here we go. What is that? I'll say see you and con search LWC. Tab style inky tinky ponky. Father has a donkey. Something. Click next. For all profile, click next. For which solution? Next, the system will ask me. I will uncheck. Oh, it created a right desk one. Now I can include this directly where right I can go ahead and see in the object manager, or else I'll create a flexi page, right? So I created a tab. I go to my app manager. I click on my app manager, look for the app called hotel management. Here it is. Click on edit. Click on utilities. No, navigation item. What was that? CON. What is the name I gave? Contact search LWC. Include it to this. See? And click on save. Done. Now go back and open your hospital management solution. Setup, view all, scrolling down to hospital management solution. Here you should see con search LWC. Here I will say Roy. See, I change the data from Sai to Sai. I click on save. See, our toast message has come. And see that it refreshed the page also. Sai Sai. You're ready for next data. Upender R. Save. Message come. Your record has been saved and the second record has been changed. See, perfectly it's working, whatever we developed. And by the way, whatever the changes you have done, it's refreshing, it's resetting, and it's getting ready for the next one. See, that is exactly what we wished for, and it's working. Toast message will not work on application output. It will work only when you deploy it. We didn't get the toast message, but when I deploy it, I get the toast message. So remember that toast message never comes on application preview. In or also same thing, it comes only when it is inside. Everyone clear? I did end to end. I did even the toast message. Yesterday we did the navigation mix in. Today I took the toast message. Same way, if there's error, I can take a toast message. Control C. Error. Here is the error. Program I will write. Enter. I paste it. I will say failed. FAILED. Failed to update. Updation failed or something like that. Update failed. Update UPDAT. Update failed. Your changes were not updated. Here I will not take success. I will go to the variant. Here we go. Display toast. And I will take error. Variant equals to error. Oop. Resume. That's okay. Here we go. In the place of success, I'll say error. One red message will come. One red message will come. It's a copy paste program. We don't need to write anything. It's a copy paste program. We don't need to write anything. Then, right, you can put this also. Again, reset the data and refresh the data. Page will be refreshed. Set the whatever the changes you made, undo the changes. Set the drop to null and return and refresh Apex. Refresh Apex. What? Refresh the data. Again, the data will refresh and you're ready. See, a full-fledged program I have written. A full-fledged program. Right? A full-fledged program has been written. Clear, everyone? Yes, able to understand how to write an imperation update, how to write an imperation update record. Yes, yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? I know that you're doing for the first time, right? And these programmings are completely different. I do understand that, right? However, right, I will definitely recommend you to please do this all, right? Clear? Shall we start the next topic then? By this, we complete your imperations. Update record, create record, delete record. Get is through wire. Get is through wire. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Now, let us do this programming further. Actually, in the same example, I can show you, but I'm thinking, will I show you in the same example or not? Okay. I'm just thinking whether I should show you in the same example or not. Okay, let's take a same example. In this example only, I'll show you what is wire property and what is right. Right. Put a heading called as LWC decorators. Put a heading called as LWC decorators. LWC decorators. Put a heading called as LWC decorators. Right. Write down inbuilt function. Inbuilt function to perform a required action. Inbuilt function to perform a required action is called LWC decorators. Is called LWC decorators. Next line. There are 3 decorators available. Next line. There are 3 decorators available. 3 decorators available. Number 1, wire, @wire. Number 2, @API. Number 3, @track, TRACK, track, @track. There are 3 decorators available in LWC: @wire, @API, @track. Put a heading called that @track. We'll go from the down. Put the heading called as @track. Decorator used. Start writing. Decorator used to track any change of data in a variable. Decorator used to track any change of data in a variable, right? Any change of data in a variable. Done. Syntax number 1, import track. First one, import track. Second one, use @track with variable. First one, import track @track. Second, use right? Use at the rate. Use at the rate track for variable. These are the two steps you have to perform. Now, what does that mean? Same example I'll take. Control S. Here, this search text, search text, search text. You can set it to, right? First import wire, comma, track, T-R-A-C-K, track. I went to imported track. See, now I will use in front of here at the rate track. At the rate track. What is this at the rate track will do? This will track the change that you are performing. R, then you write O, then you write Y. System will start tracking the change. Even if you don't do Rupam, what is the purpose of this action? Whenever you say at the rate track, this day field is been monitored and system will check for any change happening in this state or not. Right? So wherever you want to data is changing, you're not writing only one, you're not entering the name, you're writing the name, then you're removing. I search Roy, then I will search, okay, remove Roy and put Gandhi, then I search something. In such case, we need at the rate track. Track. Same way, here also I will say at the rate track. At the rate track can be used for any variable. At the rate track. Control S on the keyboard, Control Shift P, deployed as a source org. Through the execution output, you might not see any difference. But from the efficiency perspective, this is very important. When you go and see the output, you might not see any difference. Rupam, I don't see any difference. Here we go. I refresh it. What is the difference we'll see, Rupam? Nothing. I know that. You might not be able to see the difference. ROY. Right? I'm getting the same result. This field is now been tracked. From the backend perspective, track is focusing on this field to encounter any change. Right? You click on this field. Right? You click on this field. Right? What is happening? The track is monitoring. It's precisely monitoring. Right? Here also we have given track. Sai, I go ahead and make a change. Sai Kumar, Sai Kumar, Kumar. This field is also getting tracked. I click on save. Your record has been saved successfully. No issues. Last name, I make it blank. I click on save. One error come. Update failed. Your changes were not updated. See, this message also we created. We only did that because last name is a compulsory. And immediately you see that system has cancelled it and it restored it to the Charan and it refreshed. Right? With the track, you might not be able to see the difference in the front end. Even if I put a track, if I don't put a track, but remember that start placing track everywhere now. Wherever the data will be changing, multiple data can be inputted in the same field. In that case, use track. This, right? This tells the Salesforce that the data will change and the field will be notified or the field will be in the right observation list of the Salesforce with the help of at the rate track. That's it. There is no difference. Next, write down at the rate API, which we have already done. If you see in the previous classes, all the record ID field, I was saying at the rate API. Write down at the rate API. Declares a variable as public. 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 and available to access by another component declares a variable as public and available to access by other components, right? Perfect. That's good. Last, wire. Put at the rate wire. Here we will spend time. Wire. Here we'll spend time. Wire. The last decorator is wire. Write down. Wire is an inbuilt service. Wire is an inbuilt service to read. Wire is an inbuilt service to read SFDC backend data. Wire is an inbuilt service to read SFDC backend data. Right? Next point. Right? Next point. Write down. Right? Wire, use of wire. What is the use of wire? Wire service use. Number one, to get the record, to call Apex method. Two usage only. To get the records from the backend and to call Apex method. To call the Apex method and to get the result. To call Apex method and get the result. Wires. Right? Clear? Next, write down wire service syntax. Wire service syntax. Wire service syntax. There are two steps. Number one, import wire adapter. Number two, wire decorator. In interview, these questions are compulsory. Number one, import wire adapter. Number two, wire decorator. Wire decorator. Now, how to import a wire? Whenever you want to import a wire, you say import wire from LWC, which we have done there. In every program, I'm importing wire, right? Now, write down wire adapter. Put a heading called as wire adapter. Wire adapter consists of four elements. Number one, adapter ID. Wire adapter consists of four elements. Number one, adapter ID. Write down unique ID. Unique ID, system control. Unique ID, system control. See, in a program, I can use two wires. Here we go. Where is the wire? Here is the wire. Rupam, can't I call two methods? Yes, you can. I can just search ACC, SACC, another method I can call. That you can import it here. The way you imported search.con, a class and a method, you can import 10 class, 10 methods. I can use 10 wires like this. If you use a 10 wire, then each wire system will generate one ID. And that is called as adapter ID, which is unique, system generated, system controlled. In one LWC component, can I call multiple class and method? Yes. Why? Because wire adapter, right? Wire has an adapter ID. Individual wire will have individual wire ID. So you can call a multiple method in a LWC component. Next, wire adapter module. Second, adapter module. It's a string. adapter module, right? Write down predefined program, predefined program controlling and supporting namespace, predefined program controlling and supporting namespace, bracket system control. We cannot do anything here. System control, system control. So, right, what is this? Adapter module. Here the core program of the wire is written. Whom? By the Salesforce team, not by us. Can we control it? No. All the namespace are nothing but these are predefined dictionaries. So it's a predefined program. We cannot control it. Next, adapter config. Adapter config. Third one. Here it is. Adapter config. Write down configuration, configuration that decorates a wire. Configuration that decorates bracket controls. Configuration that decorates bracket controls a wire adapter. Bracket again configurable. That means this can be configured by the user, can be configured by the developer. Adapter config, right? This can be configured, right? Start writing. Adapter can be configured in two ways. Number one, adapter can be configured or decorated in two ways. The word decorator means writing a configuration. Whenever you're writing a custom configuration, we call them as decoration. What is a decoration? Writing or developing a custom configuration for an inbuilt service. If you want to write down this definition, write down somewhere, put extra line there and say that, right? What is decorators? Nothing but writing a custom configuration for an inbuilt service. Writing a custom configuration for an inbuilt service is called decorator. Is called decorator. Is called decorator. Right? So here, adapter config can be decorated. You can decorate the adapter config, right? You can decorate a adapter config. Remember this. And this is called as, right? Right. This is called as decorator. Whatever the program that you're writing is a decorator. What program you're writing? Configure. Configuring what? Wire service. What is a wire service? It's an inbuilt service already pre-written by Salesforce. On and above the Salesforce program, now you're writing your own custom program. So that custom program is called decorator. On and above. Already Salesforce has written a program, right, which is in the namespace. On and above that program, you are writing further program, and that further program can be written in only one place called as adapter config. So you can configure or you can decorate a adapter config. How? There are two ways to decorate. Number one, wire a property. Number two, wire a function. Wire a property or wire a function. There are two ways to decorate. Wire a property or wire a function. Wire a property, wire a function. Right? Write down now. What is wire a property? Wire a property. Write down. Wire a property. Right? Wire a property. What is a wire a property? Put a heading called as wire a property. Let me see. Okay. Okay. right? Start writing wire a property, right? Whenever a wire decorator, whenever a wire is decorated, whenever a wire is decorated with a undefined, with an undefined value, with an undefined value to store, to store wire result, to store wire result is called wire property. Undefined value, undefined value to store wire result, we call them as wire property. Here, in my current example, it's a wire property. Whatever you're wiring it, you are configuring the wire. You are passing a search key. You are giving the method name. You are giving the search key. This is the method variable. On that, you're passing search key. Immediately, system is throwing the result on a place called as Rupam. What is Rupam? Is it a variable? If it's a variable, then I would have defined at line number 19, 20, 21. Rupam variable would have been defined. This is not a variable. Undefined. I don't know what this Rupam is. Nobody knows. What is search text? It's a variable because you have declared in the starting. Draft value, that's also variable. This is a single value. Here it is a array because there is a brick bracket. More than one data will be stored in this draft value. But what is Rupam? Is it a variable? No. Then it is, whenever it's undefined, we call them as wire a property. This is a property. See, undefined. Any, you can see any property. It's a property. And then whenever you're using property, right? Property, how the data will be displayed, right? Where is that? Here it is. You say rupam.data. You have to use a two keyword, data error, write down, right? Property should use dot data dot error to get the response. Property should use get, right? Property should use dot data dot error. That is the rupam.data, rupam.error. Rupam.data, rupam.error. Wire a property. Guys, able to understand a little bit what I'm trying to explain? What is property? Yes or no? It's undefined. What is Rupam? Nobody knows. I didn't declare Rupam anywhere. Neither I imported Rupam. No, directly I'm using Rupam here. What is this Rupam then? If somebody asks you, you should say it's a property. Any undefined, we call them as property. Yes? Able to understand? Yes or no? Everyone? Yes, sir. No, sir. At least respond, guys.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Right? So whenever you don't declare a variable and the data is dumped on a text, that undefined text is called property. Now you see what I will do. I will go ahead and again, this is wire a property, by the way. W-I-R-E, wire a property. Now I will go ahead with the wire a function. Keep watching. Same program. Wire a function. What is a wire a function? Everything will remain same till here. You will call the method. On that method, there is a variable, instance variable called search key. To that, you pass the search key, and the result will not be shown. I will not put the result right on Rupam. I will write a function. I will write a program to further get the data. I will say, right, I will say RUPOM1. This is wire a property. As soon as in front of it I put like this and I put like this, see, it has become a function. It has become a function, like a method. Rupam 1. Earlier, Rupam was a property, but here it's a function. Here it's a function. In the function, I have two datas. ERROR error, comma, DATA data. Two things. See, here, wire a property. Now I'm writing wire a function. See, this is the function. Function is where you can write further programs. See, I'm writing a further program inside this now. I will say if, see, I'm writing a simple program. If data, if if there's a data, then I will declare a variable now. I will declare a variable called my data. See, and by the way, I use track because this data will change every time. My data. I will create one more variable at the rate track, and I will say my error. What is my data and my error? These are variables. In this variable, I will store the data now. Right here, I'm storing it. This dot variable. This dot variable equals to data. Else, 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 right? If it's error, if there is no data, then there could be error. Then this dot, my error equals to error. See the difference between a wiref property and wiref function? In wiref function, you're writing a method, you're writing a function, and you're retrieving the data and storing in a variable. Earlier, I didn't store the data in a variable. The data was there in a Rupam. What is Rupam? Nobody knows. It's undefined. That is called property. Here, it's a method. See, here, Rupam is a property. Here, Rupam 1 is a method and a function. Wire a property, wire a function. Through that function, I'm dumping my data. That data I will use in my page. Lightning card. Again, I'm taking the same thing. 2 times. LWCImperation update with wire a function. With wire a function. With wire a property. This is wire a property. This is wire a function. Here I will not say Rupam.data. Here I will say my data. See, I will not say Rupam.data. Here I will say my data. My data is a variable. Here Rupam.data. If somebody asks what is Rupam, nobody knows. Nobody has answer. What is Rupam? It's a variable? No. Then what is this? God only knows. We say property. Here, my data. Yes. Why? Because there is a variable, my data. See? Rupam 1. Wire a function, wire a property. Same thing, but same data, same table, twice will come. Control S on the keyboard, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Right? Come here. Right? I refresh this. I'll get 2 now. See? Wire a property, wire a function. Both are same thing. I will write only one search data, ROY. Both will get populated. Both will have same data, but one is getting populated with property, another is getting populated with a function. Here I'm not using Rupam anywhere. Here I'm not using Rupam anywhere. Here I'm using my data. Minute difference, try to understand. Here, no Rupam. Here the data has been stored in a variable called my data, and that I'm using it as a data source. I don't need input actually. One input is enough. See, here my data, here Rupam the data. That's the difference. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy resource. Everybody is able to understand what I'm doing. Yes or no? Literally tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Right? I know these are first time you're doing. There is no difference in the front end. You're not able to feel it, but actually there's a lot of things happening in the back end. Here, R, right? OY. System is finding everywhere. Both answers you're getting. But the difference is that one is wire a property, another is wire a function. You have written a program to filter the data out and store in a variable. That is called wire a function. Clear, guys? Yes, everyone? Yes. Now look on this, practice this. Next week, I will start your events. LWC event, completely different. They are not like there is no concept of component event, lightning event here. No concept at all. Called component event and lightning event. No concept at all. Getting it? I'll stop here, guys. We will not start event because if I start event, the event will not be sufficient to complete the time. And I don't want half-half because here the event concept is completely different from your lightning aura. Everything is different here in LWC. Everybody is able to understand this LWS, whatever we did so far, form based and programming based. Complete. How to work with LWC. By the way, these are all the LWC components that we are creating, right? Setup where you can see your LWC component. You can see them here, right? So custom code, lightning components, click on lightning components. You will be able to see your LWC components that you have created. All aura. Now you see LWC. Show more. All aura. And these are all LWC that you have created. Today's class, see, Imperation create, Imperation update with param. Today's class, I didn't create anything. Yesterday's class only I'm taking and I'm continuing it. And all these are type you see LWC. Whatever you learned in the previous class, earlier classes in lightning, aura. Here you see the differentiation. This is what these many LWCs we have created now. See, all these are LWCs. Right? That's it for today, guys. Thank you. We will meet next Saturday at morning 7 a.m. We will continue with your events, right? And let's see that how best we can complete the syllabus, right? How to go ahead and see more, right? That's it, guys. Thank you. Have a nice and wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye. Take care. everyone.